Lori, how are you? Okay. Let me change the banner real quick.
I already did.
You did? Because mine is saying,
Oh, I forgot to delete the rest. I did what I could. You had the computer.
Okay,
The
wait.
iPad's a little bit more complicated.
Let me see. Okay, hang on just a second. I'm going to change this because Amy was last week or Monday. Okay, welcome to Fabric Chicks Live on. It's been a crazy kind of day. It's like where everything's going too smoothly and then all of a sudden you realize it's past 4 o'clock and you haven't even gotten things logged in. Hey, Kathleen, I hope you're feeling good. I hope it wasn't too crazy. We're always having technical difficulties, Christy. Okay, so welcome everybody. We are so glad you're choosing to join us today. We are Fabric Chicks from Gardnerville, Nevada, which is Northern Nevada. We do this craziness every Monday and Wednesday at 4 o'clock. Mondays, we try to do a demo and a sale, but you just never know what we're going to be doing here at Fabric Chicks because honestly, we don't even really know what we're going to be doing. But today we have a sale. We've got a bunch of items. We've got a variety of different things. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to hold up 100 items or so, and then we have some auction items. But I'm going to show you, this was a panel of the day today. So it is 50% off, $7, S117. We only have 5 of these left. Let's see. My pin cushion went missing too. You just never know around this place. When you're busy, things go too fast. That is the truth. That's the truth. And we are trying to do a little bit of cleanup to get ready for the mini retreat that's going to be happening pretty soon. And just to get our lives together, honestly. Okay, so this, I did it upside down. Devin, you could have said, Mom, you're pinning the number on upside down. He's no help.
I wasn't watching. It's just 3 of the 5 were gone while you were pinning it. But keep going.
3 of the 5? Okay.
So there's 2.
We only have 2 left? Who did you sell them to? Oh, okay. Well, maybe if I go really slow, we'll sell the rest of them. Okay, S117 is $7. So this is our 50% off panel of the day. We try to do panels of the day, although other things sometimes creep up or we get sidetracked. So it's hard sometimes to be consistent here at Fabric Chicks. S117 is $7, and there are 5 of those left. We do them by first come, first serve. Hey, Angie and Sue. Did you get Riri on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
She didn't order anything.
Yeah, she's got 117. One of the
Oh, I don't see that yet.
Okay, here. It was, I'm just going to tell you because we are limited on these.
Right.
They're gone. Read them all.
Susan, Sharon, Peggy, Riri, and Ann. Hey, Jackie and Candy. Jackie, I can't believe you hurt your arm. That's so sad. Anytime your arm's bandaged up and you can't sew is a sad day in my book. Okay, we have a cute little mermaid doll pattern. This is one of Eleanor Peace Bailey's. This is a great one for beginning to intermediate level. It's got a little fish and the mermaid. S80. I'm trying to find all the patterns that you don't normally see in the shop because it's a little bit overwhelming sometimes in our shop, as you've seen from our daily tours. Well, not daily tours, but spontaneous tours. S80. So if you're new to watching and you want to purchase anything, you can just type S. S is you committing to buying it, and then the number. And then you can call the number scrolling on the bottom, except for we forgot to make it scrolling. For real, it's one of those days. Okay, let's see. Scroll across the bottom. And save. Okay, it's still not scrolling. Don't ask. Don't ask, it's one of those days. Okay, S80 is for the Mermaid Pattern by Eleanor Peace Bailey. If you want to do doll classes, if you're interested in doing doll classes, we do have one with Virginia Robertson coming up February 3rd and 10th. Both days are 9 to 11, and it's $45. If you haven't taken a class from Virginia, you should. She is one of the she's really one of the industry's founding doll makers, and we're really lucky that she is willing to teach us some classes. We have a couple of books, kids' books. So this is what the little teapot looks like. I'm a little teapot, round and stout. Here is my handle. Here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. What? Peggy, I'm not even gonna go into the glue. We did use Acorn Precision glue, but for some reason, I didn't do it. Devin was helping me, but I don't know. I had him put the pressing sheet on top before he put the glue. If you guys didn't see the demo earlier, it was kind of a hot mess, but it actually turned out cute. So we tried to add rickrack to our binding, but we struggled with it a little bit. I think it takes, if you haven't done it, I think a quilt, it would be super easy on a quilt because it's bigger and it's easier to manipulate. On the pot holder was small, and I'm gonna have to redo my demo when I take time. Part of the problem is that I want to get a sample done in time for this show, and so we're rushing, and then that's when things kind of go crazy. But I will try. Or Peggy, I have a better idea. You could do the demo, and then I can send you the link to StreamYard, and you could do the demo from your house. That would be perfect. Okay, here is another special of the day. S78 is $7. These are normally $14.95. So if you want the cute little book, it's a great way to use up your batting scraps. I put batting in mine just to give them a little bit of, you don't necessarily have to, but I do think they're easier to handle, and they just are better if you do put batting inside of them. S78 is $7. And then I only have this last one. We've been organizing the back room, as you guys saw on the tour the other day. It's a hot mess too. But I think that next week we'll be able to do a tour of the back room, and you guys are going to be like, oh my God, they really have been working, not just goofing off there. But this one, I think is the last one. I think I thought it was the last one already because I couldn't even find the sample. So I probably sold the sample. S79 is $14. And it says, I love you to the moon and back. There are so many things I want you to know. My love will be with you wherever you go. I only have one of these. So S79 is $14. S79 is $14, and we have only one of those. I love you to the moon and back. And then let's see what we have next. Poor Doris. Doris is dusting. And mopping, and so she's been hiding under the tables all day. She's been playing under tables here at Fabric Chicks.
I've been playing under the table. I found some fun stuff.
Good. You never know. She put some of it in the freebie box, so stay tuned because we might get to freebies. Okay, S76. We only have, I think, 2 or 3 of these panels left. S76 is $12. And I think we only have 2, but we might have 3 of those panels left for $12. S76 is $12. This is the quilt that we made using that. So this is the quilt that we made using that panel. And I have a couple of these patterns left, I believe. S77 is $10. But this is a great pattern for any panel that is 1 yard. Basically, it's a 1 yard panel. And it's just a fun, quick way, half square triangles. If you're taking Victor's class, you should be an expert at half square triangles. S77 is $10.95 for the pattern. And as soon as we sell all the panels, then we'll auction off this sample quilt.
Is that my part to take away?
Yep.
Okay.
And then Riri called earlier and she needed the material for the ironing board covers, which we don't have anymore. We've sold out of that like aluminum top for the ironing board covers. But we do have these by Bonash, and you just cut these to size. We actually have another one that's larger in case you have a big like piece of plywood. But this will cover your standard ironing board that is 59 by 19. So if you need to recover your ironing board, I have 2 of them, and I'm trying to talk Devin and Jordan into an ironing board face-off to see who can do the cover the nicest and the quickest, and to show you guys that it really is easy to recover them. So S85 is $19.99. And it fits boards up to 16 inches wide, made from Luminex to reflect 300% more heat than regular cotton covers. Cuts ironing time in half, irons both sides at once. Because of the special manufacturing process to make Luminex, your cover may appear wrinkled. That's normal, but it will iron out as you use it. So that is the ironing board cover. Okay. Is there any, I haven't read the comments. Is there any I need to read? Okay. If there's something that you said that was important, let me know and we'll get caught up. It's kind of a frazzling day. S84 is $12 for this beautiful panel. It does have gold metallic. S84 is $12 for this Bintertex butterfly panel, and there are 3 go with it fabrics. These I think would be great to cut out and use as appliques or fussy cut them. This there's not that much left of this. S83 is $12. S83 is $12, and it's got great big huge butterflies. How much is the large one? I'll go get it. Just a second, Riri. Okay, if you want to show these two.
And then the all over is S82 for $12. So nice. And that's a background great for other things too. And then the butterflies on white, S81, $12 a yard. All of these would be great for little appliques on vests and jackets and pillowcases. I can see little granddaughters loving these perfectly. Especially, I can hear them. I can hear mine at this right now. I love it, Granny.
Then here is the larger one. Let me get you a number real quick. It's 65 by 29. So 65 by 29, that's what we put on our large pieces of plywood. And then with the extra, we take a bolt, an empty bolt, and we just cover it. That way you have something you can take with you to classes. The larger one is $34. So the larger one is $34. It's kind of like contact paper. It's peel and stick. Here's the directions on the back you can see. But we will do a demo because we need ours recovered. Ours are looking kind of nasty. They still work fine. They just look bad. What was the length on the first ironing board cover? Okay, S121. I did. I made myself bleed. Okay, no worries, Donna.
59 by 19.
59 by 19. Hello? Hey, is it an emergency? Because I'm in the middle of a live. Not, okay, bye. You would think Roger would know that Wednesday afternoon is not a good time to call.
He's retired. He doesn't know what day it is.
Okay. So this is one that we're working on. We haven't finished the sample yet. S75 is $13. But what we did is we cut out these individual little mannequins, and we're gonna stuff them and put a wire into them to create pin cushions with them. And then I think with the center sewing machine, we're either gonna make a tote bag or a sewing machine cover, but a sewing machine cover that is open, so you just place it around your sewing machine, not necessarily all, kind of like how, I don't know if you guys saw, Phyllis made one for the Trash to Treasures challenge, and it actually won 3rd place. So we're going to do because it's so hard with the newer sewing machines, all the sewing machines are different sizes. So doing a cover that just fits one model, it doesn't really work. So the one where it kind of just goes over it, I think we can make it so it's more adjustable to fit more machines. But so this panel, we're going to cut those out, make them into pin cushions. That's the idea. We've got them cut out. We haven't done anything else with them yet. But maybe between 2 and 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, I can work on it. S75 is $13. S75 is $13. S75. We do need to put up a sign. Oh, I don't know about Fox News, but Victor says, put a sign up, Fox News. Don't call between 4 and 6 p.m. on Wednesday. Okay, so let's see. Christy, we're working on it as fast as our little hands can type. Today we did 2 patterns. So we're really trying to kind of keep up with our own selves, which is really hard. You lost me at a wire in your pin cushion. So I think we have to put a wire for it to actually stand. Like my idea is a wire that kind of, most mannequins are like on a spindle, like a wire going up, and then it has like the foot pedal, not a foot pedal, but like the little foot armatures. Donna Baker, you're just going to have to be patient and wait till we get it done, because it's all up here at the moment and it's really scary up here. Very scary up here. Then the other thing we're working on right now is this panel. So we've made a cute little pennant banner. So it's very, we didn't put the heavyweight interfacing in it because we thought if it's for your camper, you want it kind of real light and real mobile. So you're going to have to get it all situated before you hang it up. And then we did pillows, but the pillows, you're going to have to wait till next week because I'm waiting for some of the crystal strips from Amy to bedazzle it, because it's kind of flat. Just the panel as it is kind of flat. So a couple of the different blocks, I've added embroidery and crystals to it so that it's a little bit more fabric chick style. So it's a big panel. S74 is $19, and it's the heavier weight cotton canvas. So with this panel, I turned this one into a pillow. I turned this one into a wall hanging. They're supposed to be dish towels. They're by Riley Blake, but to me, they're the wrong texture for a dish towel. They're not that absorbent. So I turned it into a wall hanging and a pillow. And then down here, these are supposed to be hot pads, but they're kind of too big. So I've turned them into a little wall hanging so that they'll be strung together. But like I said, we're waiting for the strips. So we will have these on next week's sale also when we finish the sample. but we are limited. We do not have, we only have probably about 8 of these. So just in case you want to get them now before you see the samples, S74 is $19. S74 is $19. And that is this and the cute little banner. For those of you who glamp and you like to decorate your camping. Oh, here it is. I knew I had gotten it, but I couldn't find it. Okay, I'll go back and look at it. You could make a round bottom for the pincushion, Susan, for sure. You could totally make a round bottom and then put some of the pellets or something in it so that it's weighted and it will stand nice. But I'm thinking a little bit beyond that, out of the box with like this wire, these wire feet. So you're just gonna have to wait and see. Oh, what it would be cute on a spool too. Yes, Peggy, it would be cute on a spool also. Okay, so this is one of the panels that I did already, and I just quilted with the Glamour metallic thread from Wonderfeel, and then added a few crystals just to give it. It just gives it a little bit more funness, if that's a thing. Yeah, because they're just kind of flat on their own. So I'm gonna put a strip of Amy's diamonds across the bottom, and then bedazzle it a little bit. Probably do the same with the thread for the quilting top stitch around it. And then here is the cute little pillow that we made. But I think it to me, it's just flat the way it is. It needs a little bit of bedazzling. And then here's another one that I've just gotten sewn together, but it still needs to be bedazzled. And then with the leftover fabric, I just made another accent pillow. So that's what we're doing with that fun panel. On to other things. Okay, so Devin, you want to show them this quilt up close and personal? This one we got quilted a few weeks ago, but we haven't shown you the fabric line again. So I just quilted every little mountain range. I just did a different custom quilting, just because an all over quilt design, I don't know, it didn't really suit me. So it does have a lot of triangles and points, but Victor has shown us to not, in his class on Tuesdays, to not be afraid of piecing. So I think it would be a fun quilt to do. We do have a kit for it. The kit is normally $119.95, so $120, and we have it today for $99. S44 is the fabrics that you need to complete the quilt top and the binding. S44 is $99, and it does not say how big it is. It is a good size wall quilt. S44 is $99. And then we've broken it up into 3 different colorways. This really was a challenge for Devin and myself because all this is from one collection, but it doesn't necessarily work unless you do it all together. And we did not want to do it all together because it would be too many bolts. So we've broken it into different colorways. So S053 is 4 pieces at $12 a yard for $48. So this would be a great one for a 4 1-yard quilt. It would be a fun, especially if you love orange like our Phyllis. S052 is the blue colorway. We've got beetles and coyotes and mountains and weeds. And then S51 is the 3rd colorway. And you've got more of the coyotes, the flowers, the mountains. You've got some birds here. S051, there's 5 pieces at $12 a yard. That makes it $60 for the 1-yard collection. So if you're doing a 5 1-yard quilt, that would be perfect for that. And then we have, yes, you can add to your Donna Baker, you can add to your Amy's Crystal order. She hasn't shipped it to me yet because I told her to wait a couple days for you guys to to get all your orders in. So I know that we didn't put the solids into the collections, but if you want solids, and I know solids are kind of sometimes hard to find, we have the solids at $11 a yard, S50. This is the orange that's in the sun, S48 and S49. Both of those would be great for doll making flesh if you want cotton for flesh skin color. This one's a little bit, this one is like exactly kind of my color. This one's a little bit oranger, but remember when you put the batting in it, it's going to make it a little bit paler. So S49, S48, and S50. Okay, see you later, Mary. So glad Amy bought the Crystal Company. Yes. And Amy will, if you buy the designs to put onto the t-shirts, Amy will put it on. She has a press, so you know it's going to be done right, at no charge. So all you have to do is buy the t-shirts from her. She sells her t-shirts for $15, which you know today is a really pretty good price for quality t-shirts. And then she'll put your design on for you. Oh, you're welcome, Donna. Volkswagens came out with a new bus. They did?
Yeah.
Electric.
Oh, an electric bus. Well, who doesn't need an electric one? Just so you know, you cannot get from the Bay Area to Nevada. We're 4 hours without stopping at Donner to re-energize your electric vehicles.
The Donner Summit rest areas are closed right now.
Well, they have to stop there at.
You better stop in Classroom
Yeah, it's crazy.
at Auburn.
It's crazy. Okay, S47 is a very bright peachy color, bold peachy color. Okay, S29 is the floral fabrics. These are all art gallery fabrics. I have not been convinced on the electric vehicles yet. S46 is the orange background with the beetles. Whoa, where did that pin go? Oh, okay, hang on a second. The blue beetles are S45. S45 is the blue beetles. This is a great line for girls, but
bugs in the jars.
Yeah, a kid, a more manly quilt or scientific quilt. Like people with that scientific brain, they love the bugs. Where did this number go? I don't know what's happened over here. The numbers. We're having a hard time with the numbers today. S43 is for the weeds. And blue background with the green weeds. And then let me find another pin here. I lost my pin cushion. Oh, here. Devin probably didn't want he didn't want the pins to be distracting, so he put them at the very top, and then I was too rough with them when I got them. Okay, S40.
Put them in the same spot every week.
Well, I don't know why they're coming off. S42. I won't own one either, Ian. A friend of mine got stuck because she planned on stopping at a certain charging place, and it was down with a ton of people stuck there too. I agree. Well, and have you guys seen Homestead, the movie that's out at the theaters about the apocalypse? The people with the electric cars, they're just out of luck. Christy, you're welcome for the wool. We will keep it in stock. When she does another bat of dyeing, we'll do another interview and get more from her. But we do have quite a bit of it. I ordered extra when you guys ordered, when we did the interview, I ordered extra. So we have it. We have it in our stash in one of the rooms. And we will, next time I'm going to ask her to do some bigger pieces of the green. That's what I used for the wreath for Doris's class. So I think we do need some bigger pieces of that wool. It's all hand dyed. It's beautiful. Oh yeah, poor Devin. Poor Devin. It is true. Okay, S34 is the coyotes. S34 is the coyotes. And then Art Gallery, if you guys follow them on Instagram or Facebook, they're doing a lot with the 2.5-inch strips that they're using for binding. We did use it for our binding. I can't say that I love it, but it's a different idea. And you know, in this industry, you always have to have something different. S32 is the binding strips. S37 is just a great creamy background with golden stars. S36 is the mountain ranges. S35 is kind of a dusty blue with the beige ecru stars. So hold on, we've got more from this line. It's a big line. S41 is the owls. S41 is the owls. This one is a good one. It's kind of a low volume where you could use this as a background and then do an applique on top of it if you wanted. S40 is the same, but with orange background or orange print. And then this really fun floral is S30. S30. Okay. Let's see. We've got a great stripe. Oh, we've got some fun Alexander Henry fabrics. We had some orders. So usually when people order like random stuff out of the shop, I try to bring them on Monday or Wednesday. Just because I feel like if somebody else is ordering them, maybe there's something out on Instagram or something that you guys have seen. So S33 is the stripe. It's kind of a ecru with a gold stripe. It'd be great for bindings. S38 is the darker blue with the mountain ranges. S31 is the colorful coyotes. S31 is colorful coyotes. And then the last one in this collection is S39 for the birds in the trees print. S39 is birds in the trees. It's a tone on tone. So that is really, if you're into birds, a good one. Then here's the collections real quick again. We've got the colorful collection. If you're doing a 5 1-yard quilt, that's a good combo, S051. And then we have S053 for the more orange collection. We did add the blue because the centers of these little florals are blue. So S053, S053. And then S052 is the blue collection. If you don't want to think about it and you just want to get them all, if we do the collection's $1 cheaper than on the bulks. Okay. So now I can put a new quilt hanging up here because we've had this one hanging here for a while, since before Christmas. I'm waiting to do the collection. So now we can move on to other things. So here is our African ladies. S28 is $14 a yard. Is that up here? S28, that's an Alexander Henry. S28 is $14 a yard for the fun, funky fabrics. We just sold 8 yards of that, so we only have a few yards left. S28. And then we have the Vampire collection. And here, I'm going to open this up so you can kind of see it. And do not go see. We went and saw whatever the vampire movie is that's out.
Nefertiti?
No, that's what I want to say, but no. It's, I don't know, whatever vampire movie is at the movie theater right now. It was so bad. I literally fell asleep 3 times. Gracie wanted to leave in the middle of it, and I told her she had to stay because that would be rude. But it was pretty bad. But if you need some vampire Alexander Henry fabrics, we have
Yeah, I've kicked up a lot of dust in here today.
several yards of this left. Okay, so that is our creepiest fabric in the shop. Devin even said, where did that come from? S27. And then we've got our Valentine's call girls here. So if you're looking for some Alexander Henry Valentine's pinup dolls, you could cut these out, fussy cut them out, and then make a pennant banner. You could put them onto some cardstock and make some greeting cards. There's all kinds of fun things you could do with this. Yes, Kathleen, that was it. Even the lady laughed at me when I was ordering the tickets because I was not saying it right. So the Dracula movie, but if you guys, has anybody seen it and actually liked it? S26 is $14. That's kind of a thing that we do as a family is we go to the movies on Tuesday nights because it's $6 tickets. And usually it's not very packed. Although I will say that the Dracula movie, it wasn't packed, but there was more people in that movie than I've seen in a long time on a Tuesday night. S26 is $14 a yard for the Valentine's pinups. S26 is the Valentine's pinups. Okay, we're gonna do, I don't really know what. Okay, this here, do you want to get up close, Devin? This is the burlap. We've been using burlap in a lot of different things because we've just gotten burlap coffee bags. Somebody came and bought some of the coffee bags yesterday. They're recovering a stool up in Tahoe. They were recovering stools and they bought the burlap bags to cover those with. So this is basically just silks that we've embellished. I did do a little bit of gold, rusty gold painting on the burlap just to add a little bit of depth. And then this is the yarns in the center that we sell. You guys all have those. This is an avocado bag and some organza for the stem. The background is a canvas that we've just splattered paint on. And then the binding is ribbon, which I've got on today's sale. So I literally just ironed the ribbon in half, put it on and machine stitched it. So it went very fast. So it's just a fun, quick, easy project. We do have, did we get the kits in here or a pattern? Did you price the sunflower pattern? Okay, let me get one. Okay, I'm going to get one here. You can show them a burlap bag. S66 is $4 for a burlap bag. They're all different.
So you see they're about 4 feet tall and about 2 feet, just under 2 feet, well, 2 feet wide. All of them are different. So you'll see that there's different. There's the wording on this one. So you can, all of them have different sayings. All of them are different companies. So they'll do quite a bit. And you'll be able to do more than one with one bag. Because each bag is a good size.
So the bags are also good. We're putting together a pattern for like a billion ideas with the burlap. So we're kind of working on that. We did the banners. We did the no-sew project where you just use this as a background and then fuse your hearts on top of it and put it on a painter's canvas that you can get at Michael's. So all kinds of ideas we're working towards doing for the burlap bags. It's kind of just a fun, different project. If you want,
and they'll go more than one project.
Oh, for sure.
They're...
For sure. We were going to put the canvas or the burlap bags into the kits, but a lot of you already got the burlap bags. So what we've done is we have just the embellishments. So the organza, the avocado bag, the silks, and the yarns, and the pattern of our process is $25. So if you need the bag, if you didn't get the coffee bag before or the burlap, you can get S66 for $4, and then the embellishment kit is $25. And let me just put a tag on it so we know what you're getting. So that is that. And I had somebody who just bought a bunch of bags because their church does gunny sack races, and they're using like old feed bags that are plasticky,
and they're falling apart.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
So they ordered the coffee bags for that. So if you need the embellishment kit for that, it includes the yarns, the silks, and the organza for putting on top of your burlap, S122, and the directions on how to do it. If you want, you can use any kind of background. You can use fabric for your background. We use the canvas, and we have done demos on how to paint the canvas. It literally is kindergarten paint. You just get your canvas wet, flick your paints on. I use whatever paints I have. A lot of times I've got old toll painting paint that hasn't dried up yet, and so I'll dump that into my bowl, add some water, flick it on. You're never going to wash this. You can wash the canvas, but you're never going to wash that sunflower. So any kind of paint works. S73, this is $60 or 60 inches. S73 is 60 inches. And I use this for backgrounds a lot. But you can also use it for tote bags. It is a 10-ounce canvas, so it's a heavier weight canvas. We do have a linen that also will work for that same process if you want something a little bit lighter. S72. S72 is $14. This is a linen, and it's 60 inches, 58 to 60 inches wide. S72 is a linen. S69 is the canvas, but a white, not the beige. So for that springy flower that we did, the panel that we showed you the other day with the background, this would be great for that because it's a little bit crisper and cleaner. S69. And if you want, I can demo the painting on the canvas again. If you do any classes or retreats here at Fabric Chicks or the ones that we do up at Tahoe, I always bring all my painting supplies. We have a ton of them. So I always bring those, and that's always an option for you guys to use because a lot of times you don't have paints or you're a little bit nervous about flicking or whatnot. This is also a canvas, but it's got tape measures. S70 is $14 a yard. So this would be a fun one for you guys to recover a chair in your sewing room or a tote bag or anything where you want a tape measure. And this one, I believe, is a linen. S71 is $14 a yard. S71 is $14 a yard. And then, Devitt, are you plugged in? Okay, we're going to do a quick field trip because I'm going to show you where I use the linen instead of the canvas because at one point I couldn't find canvas. So this one here is a linen background. So the whole thing, I just spackled it with paint. And so you can use linen or canvas. You kind of get the same effect.
Would the linen bleed a little bit easier?
If they both
If you were
bleed
using
really.
watercolor?
Uh-huh. Well, I use acrylics, I use tool paint, I use everything, and I just add water to it so that when you throw, literally we throw the paints on the backgrounds and then it just dries however it dries. They blend, they have a mind of their own. Okay, then we have some silks. If you're not necessarily doing this project, but you just want some silks, we do have the silks in every color, but we only got these ones priced. So S91 is $22.95 if you want the whole silk bundle. There's about 50 yards in there. So if you want the whole thing, it's S91 for $22.95. If you want smaller amounts, we have 10-yard ones for $10, or we have 5-yard ones for $5. So S88 is 5 yards of the silk ribbon. S90 is 10 yards of the silk ribbon, or if you want 50 yards, which is the best deal, but we didn't have to spend hours untwisting it and winding it, and because it gets all knotted in itself. S91 is $22.95 for the 50-yard bundle. And then we have multicolored bundles that we've just done in 5 yards. They're all different. So the multicolored are really great to put into your stash for when you need them. S87 is $5 for 5 yards. But if you want the whole 50-yard bundle, they're $22.95. So if you want a 50-yard bundle of the multicolored silks, just say that you want the the 50-yard bundle, and those are $22.95. We can get those for you. And then this was kind of a variety of stuff because a lot of times you only need a little bit for your projects. So you've got some silk yarns in orange and green and brown and gold. S89 is $5. S89 is $5. So you just have a little bit of variety for your projects.
Sue has a question for you.
Sue, would the Lulu elephant fit on a canvas? Yes. Sue, it definitely would because it's 58 to 60 inches wide. So it definitely would. We would just have to figure out how much yardage you need, but it would. Okay. And then for the binding, I used this giraffe ribbon. And I literally just ironed it in half. Then I slipped my quilt inside of it. And then I just stitched right down the side of it. So ribbon creates a really fantastic binding. And it's easy and fast. S153 is 75 cents a yard. S153 is 75 cents a yard. So that's probably cheaper than actual fabric binding. S153 is 75 cents a yard for the giraffe ribbon. And Doris, do you want to tell them about your class?
Remember, the class is next Monday, and I know a lot of you have signed up. So this is the first block. I've got it finished. So if you were, we have the 4 colors. Now they're going to go for probably the first 3 blocks.
Okay.
So
this will work for your first 3 months, most likely.
Most likely. So I haven't done them yet, but I only used a quarter of each color here. In fact, I didn't even use a quarter of the strip on the center red.
So
S118
is the felting wool for the project. Doris's class is this coming Monday. It's the 3rd Monday of the month from 11 to 1. And you can do applique, or you can do felting, or you can do a mix. So on my block, I'm doing a mix. I'm doing wool fabric that I'm just whip stitching on. But we'll have a lot of different techniques in that class. We didn't do trims because we didn't want to overwhelm Phyllis today. But we do have a cute little, if you need like a little gifty bag, this is a reusable bag. It says Farm Fresh, and then it's got a little sunflower stand on the back. S83 is $4.95. S83 is $4.95 if you need a reusable bag. You can put your lunch in it or a gift or whatnot. If you need a Trash to Treasures bag, this is something that we sponsor for Quilt Show Reno, which is the first Thursday, Friday, Saturday of June, 4th, 5th, 6th, I think. And it starts, the classes are already online. You can go to quiltshowreno.com to sign up. We will be starting interviews of the teachers very soon. But the Trash to Treasures challenge is you pay $10 for a bag of stuff. First place winner gets $200. Second place gets $100. Third place gets $50. All the bags are different. You never know what's going to be in it, but it's crazy what the ladies come up with. So if you need a Trash to Treasures bag, just let us know and we will get that in the mail to you. Oh, that's like a random flower petal. You literally don't know what's going to be in your bag. I think this might have been one left over from last year. I'm not sure. Okay, so those are the Trash to Treasures. Just type in if you need a Trash to Treasures bag. Then we have some fun beads and embellishments here. And I know you can't see them if we leave them in the bag. But this is what this one looks like. There's a whole handful of them. S138 is a leaf, kind of like a glass leaf. S138 is $4.50. This one just has a bunch of different kind of beads. S155 is $3.50. 155 is $3.50. I don't know a better way to do it so that they can see them through the bag. S154 are cute little iridescent roses. So they are, well, you have to glue these on because there's nothing on the back. They're flat on the back. So I guess you could with an invisible thread stitch it, but I think you'd have to glue these onto your project. But they are really kind of vintagey and fun looking. But they are not, there is nothing on the back to adhere it. S154 for these cute little roses that we're putting away. S154. 154 is $3.50 for the little roses. This is 160, $3.50. $3.50 for 160, and that is a bunch of these little beads. So these would be fun to like string onto the little well, you could use them for the joints in the arthritis doll, but also if you do the string of fish or the string of birds, flock of wrens, Virginia Robertson's patterns, the beads are fun to add to that. S160 for $3.50. Ooh, I like those. I don't know what they are, but they're purple. Doris is coming up with S157. She's got some, orange or purple flowers. These don't have a way to sew them on either. So
well, they do have a hole at the bottom.
Okay, so they're kind of like a bead. You'd have to put your string or your thread through the bottom. And then I would add another bead in the center
to hold it in, and you find really bright one for the center, and it would really look pretty.
Yep, S157. 158 is $3.50 for these. They kind of look like Moroccan beads to me. S158 is $3.50 for a random variety of beads here. Whoa! Oh, there it is. Gosh.
What does Brenda want 6 yards of instead of
153?
The giraffe, probably.
It was that giraffe? What number was that?
153.
153?
Uh-huh.
Thanks.
Okay. So this is 158 for these little beads. So if you just need a variety of beads for embellishments to add to your, perfect for banners.
Yes.
Banners or
make sure you drop them in a bowl.
Yeah, I would just, well, I do keep a lot of my beads just in one big random bead soup. Those
pre-Columbian.
Yeah.
All I can
Yeah. S159. Oh, look, there's kind of like a elbow bone or something. A wishbone sort of looking. S159. S159. And then for you guys who like to do ornaments, these ones are heads. So you've got a cute little doll head painted on there, a little bead with a doll head on it. And there's 4 of those. This one, her eyes are more open, I think. No, they're all pretty much the same. So you could make like a little tassel with these heads. You could use kind of a little crocheted or tatted doily for her skirt. There's some fun things you can do with that, I think. A lot of stuff. We got to just experiment. I think we need to stop working and just play all day so we have new ideas. Oh, yeah, Elaine, I like that. She says dump the beads in an unused diamond dot tray. That would be perfect. Then you won't lose them.
Because they like to roll.
Christmas angels with the heads would be really cute, Sharon. That's kind of the idea of what I thought they would be good for. Like a little ornament or something. Is that all of them from in there?
That was all of them from in there.
Okay, so then we've got 2 bags. If you need moss for, a lot of us did the felted mushroom and we put it on a log. If you need moss, here is moss. You can glue it to your projects. So sometimes it's hard for you girls to get out and get your own moss. So Doris has collected some moss for us. We only have 2 bags of it. S86 is $2.95 a bag. S86 is $2.95. You could also glue it onto a head for hair, for like a woodland fairy or
Yes,
something
you
would
could-
be great. S86 is $2.95 for moss. This is a kit that we have quilted. Devin, we don't have too many because Devin said we needed time for auctions. This is a cute little baby quilt. It's just an easy peasy 9-patch. The kit includes the backing fabric. It is the softest corduroy. I love it. It's so soft. I know. So it's the backing's included, the binding's included, basically everything but the batting is included. We should just include the batting because we've got scraps upstairs. But S64, if you want the finished quilt, oh, we're selling the finished quilt. Okay, S64 is $45 if you want it finished. S64 is $45 if you want the finished quilt. If you want the kit because you're going to make it yourself. If you want the kit because you're going to make it yourself, S63 is $25 today. So you save a couple of bucks. And we have one random piece of leftover fabric, which is S65. And it is,
half a yard.
yeah, it's a half a yard. So a half a yard, we've got S65 for $4. We only have one of those. S65 is $4 for the last half yard here. If you want the quilt already finished and bound, S64 is $45. S64 is $45. If you want to make it yourself, it's very groovy. S63 is $25. Okay, we'll see you later, Carolyn. And then we have, I know that there's more. Oh, look at right by your arm, Devin.
Yeah, that's the extra piece.
No, the extra piece I put over there. Is that a bigger piece?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
a treasure hunt.
It's always a treasure hunt here at Fabric Chicks.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We
Oh,
have
one bead is missing. Here, put it in this one. We'll call it the extra. Some lucky person. So this cute little fabric, I turned it into a little pillow just because I love it, but I don't like, what do you do with all these fun fabrics? But you can always use an accent pillow. So I turned it into a pillow. We have, this is just the one side. So it's just one piece. It's not double. Okay. It's one piece. S62 is $3. S62 is $3. We have 2 of those left. And then I have, this is the width of the fabric. So 44 inches, you get 4 repeats. It is about 24 inches. About 24 inches. I only have one of those. So we're just going to do $9. And we have a 1. S123. There's one of those left. S63. What was S63? Was that the baby quilt? Yes, the backing is included. Yeah, the backing and binding are included. Everything you need to make that quilt, except for the batting, is included. S63. S63. S123 is the 2/3 of a yard. S123 is 2/3 of a yard for $9. And then for the smaller piece, S62 is $3. S62 is $3. It's just a cute fabric. I couldn't pass up. I love anything vintagey. Okay, and Janet Wickerfresh, she kind of like nails the vintage sewing with a little bit of steampunky. Okay, this was a panel that we showed you the other day that when we did a tour, we ended up doing a tour of the back room because we needed Christmas panels. So, which I think is kind of crazy, but I've had more people come into the shop and ask about Christmas fabrics. It's because they've got their stuff out. They didn't finish it for Christmas, but they want to get it finished before they put it away and bring it out next November and forget where they were. So I get it. I'm living that life. Okay, here is the collection that goes with the panels. Here, we've got the green colorway and the blue colorway for the panels.
This is S58.
S58, it's $11.50 for the panel. $11.50 for the panel, S58. S58. And then the green one is S59 maybe? 59. Yep. S59 for the green background for the winter scene. The winter scene is S59 for the green colorway.
It looks like North Star.
It does, yes. It very much reminds me of Tahoe. S59 is the green colorway. The blue colorway was S58. So they're basically the same design, just different color palette. S060. These are $9 a yard. You've got the little winter scene here. You've got the winter scene and then the go with it fabrics. 1 yards are $45. Half yards are $22.50. Fat quarters are $15.75. And then we've got the lighter blue colorway with the reds. S061 is $45, so $9 a yard. $22.50 for the half yards and $15.75 for the fat quarters. So if you need any of the go with it fabrics, a lot of you did get this panel the other day on the Spontaneous Live when we did a tour of the back room. And S60 is a little bit more lavendery. S58 is the blue background. So you can see it's a little bit different colorway. This one would go better with this collection. And then the green colorway would go better with the lavenders with this collection. And then we do have a little bit of yardage left at $10 a yard. S55 is the lavender with a little bit pink. S57 is the blue. Just kind of good blenders.
Well, these would be good in a sunset and sunrise too.
Yeah, kind of watercolory looking. S56 is what we have left of the winter scene. S56, $10 a yard. S56, $10 a yard. And then the red S54, $10 a yard. And this is fabric from Clothworks. So that is the winter fabrics in case you want to get a jump start on next year, or you just want to do something new for this year's winter. Although I think winter's almost over.
It's only a month into winter.
Oh, okay. This little Valentine's banner that we have up here, it's a great one for you to give to the kids. It's got a big sewing needle, and then you thread the ribbon through it. So it's good eye-hand coordination for the kids, but it's also super cute, vintagey. S84, it comes with all these cards and the ribbon and the sewing needle for you to thread it yourself. S84 is $14.95. S84 is $14.95 for all the little cards and the sewing needle for your kids to learn how to sew. Okay, then we have, this quilt here. This quilt we just got quilted. We only have a few kits left. We literally have none of the fabric line left. So if you need a manly steampunky, it's got gears and it's just a good man quilt. I know it's hard to find men quilts. I mean, a woman would enjoy it too because we love the steampunk gears, but it's a good man quilt. We did put gray Minky on the back because we put Minky on the back of everything pretty much.
This would be a great dorm quilt.
Yeah, for kids. Mm-hmm. Yep, so that's what the quilt looks like in real life. We do have a few. We have very little of the fabric left, nothing on the bolts. You can get the kit. It's $78.95. S15 is $78.95. S15 is $78.95, and it ends up being 40. I would say it's the 49 by 66 one. S15 is $78.95 for the kit. So you get all the fabrics for the quilt top and the binding. We do have some of the patterns left, which would be great for any pattern that is 2/3 of a yard. Most patterns are this size panels. This pattern would be great for any panel. S17 is $7. S17 is $7 for the pattern, which would be great for any panel. Pretty easy peasy. I think it would go together pretty quick. From that fabric line, we have one fat quarter bundle left. So it's got the gears, it's got the silvery metallics, and just a good gray and black bundle. S16 is $22. We only have one of those left. S16 is $22 for the fat quarter bundle. And then we have one of the gray fat quarters. It's got silver and shimmery. We have one fat quarter left for $3. One fat quarter left for $3. This is kind of the diamonds. It does have the shimmery gold metallics in it. And we have a half yard and a 1 3/8 yard. So we can cut the 1 3/8 yard down if people want it. $12 a yard, $6 for half yards, $3 for fat quarters. This one we have 2 1 yards, 2 half yards, and 1 fat quarter left of the black with the silvery metallic. You don't really find the silvery metallic very often, so it's kind of one of those things you need to get. This one we decided is different than this one. It's a little bit lighter, but it's hard to tell because it is kind of different. Oh, I think it's the same. Okay. Both me and Devin are like, no, it's definitely different. We could not find this in it. And then literally I just opened it up. It's the same. Okay. S14 is $12 a yard, $6 a half yard, or $3 a fat quarter. And that is all we have left of that collection. But we do have, in case you're into steampunk, we have one steampunk Halloweenish panel left. So this is I only have one of these panels left. S21 is $13. S21 is $13. I love the rats hanging upside down. S21 is $13. S21.
Did anyone's buying that one?
Well, not yet. They haven't.
Oh, it's sold.
Oh, Doris took it. Okay, sorry, that is no longer available. Okay, I do have a half yard of the border print left from that, so you could make pillows if Doris doesn't take it before you. We have 2 half yards of the border print. We have 2 half yards of the border print. We have 1 yard and 2 half yards of the tossed all over fabrics. And then we have, sorry, Mary Mins, Doris already took it. I have 1 fat quarter of the red with the gears. 1 fat quarter left of the red with the gears, S22. And then, okay, Donna. And then S23 is the white with the gears. And we do have 1.5 yards left of this. So $12 a yard, $6 a half yard, $3 a fat quarter. So if you need, the gears just are great to add to your stash. The S25 is the border print. 25 is the border print. This one, I'm gonna get your name. Peggy, do you want a half yard? Do you want both of them, Peggy, or do you just want one? There's 2 half yards, Peggy, so let me know if you want one or if you want both of them. And then the cream background, we do have Oh, Mary Men's. Phyllis, I don't know if Phyllis is going to the retreat. She has something else come up. She just told me when she got here today. So we're gonna have to figure that one out. Okay. Peggy just wants one of those border prints. Okay. We have a couple of the canvas fabrics, which are a little bit heavier weight than our normal quilting fabrics. You can use them for tote bags, to upholster chairs. You can use them for anything. These are Frond. S67 is $14 a yard. You can use them also for your backgrounds. You can put the sunflower, burlap sunflower on top of this. That would be a great look. S67 is $14. S67, but tote bags is what we usually sell this for. S67 is $14 a yard for the heavier weight canvas by Frond. And then this is one of my favorite prints here, S68. S68 is $14 a yard. S68 is $14 a yard. And we had this as a panel. I'm not sure. We might know because the back room is being cleaned as we speak. We might find some of these in regular cotton, but this one is a canvas fabric. So S68 is a canvas fabric, $14 a yard. S68. I know, Mary, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad, but she didn't want to make Bill upset, and he made some plans. So, you know how it is. You just roll with it. Okay, here is our ocean line. We have a panel to make a tote bag. So S10 is $14. This is the heavier weight canvas. And the directions are printed on there to make the bag. You can also make a copy, on pattern paper. You can make a copy of this bag, which is pretty simple, and make bags with all your fabrics. You can create your own fabric to make a bag, which it's on my list of things to do. Using your scraps to create your own fabric to make a bag. It's on the list. S10 is $14 for the panel. And this is the bag that we created with it. We actually lined it. You don't have to line it. It doesn't call for lining. We just like it to be a little bit more beefier. But if you're using it as a grocery bag and you want to be able to make it small, I wouldn't line it because it's going to do its job to get you in and out of the store. So this is what it looks like finished. S10 is $14 for the bag. Then we have the collections. If you are into oceans, we've got the darker collection, and then we have the lighter collection. Seaweeds and words and shells. S012 is the lighter collection. S013 is the darker collection. We have them at $11 a yard. I believe we only have one layer cake left. S11 is $45, and I believe there's only one layer cake left. So the bag is S10. S10 is the bag. Okay, I'll look and see if they're both still available, Peggy. I'm not sure. S11 is the layer cake. And remember, if you're tuning in and you miss any of this, you can always go back and rewatch it through the weekend. We leave the prices on and the tags on through the weekend. And then we move on to next week. Here are the bolts that go with it. S09 is kind of a great background fabric for anything. S09. S08 is actually a Frond. I'm not sure how it snuck in here, but I think somebody ordered it when they ordered this collection. So Devin had to cut like 8 of these bolts for an order. So I told him just to put them in on the sale so we didn't have to put them away since they were already out.
Good
I know.
idea.
You got to work smarter, not harder, okay? S06 is the words. S07 is the teal with the shells. S08 is just that great frond blue. S05 is more shells. I'm not sure if it's directional or not. S05, $12 a yard. S04 is just a great, it'd be a great border. It'd be really,
Great background fabric.
yeah, yep. And there's 3 left in this collection. We have S03. S03 is a blue with a teal. S02 is seaweedy. S01 is another frond that snuck in with this collection. It must have been part of the order. S03.
But it goes so well.
It does. It does. So those are the bolts, $12 a yard. One layer cake left, 10-inch squares. S11 is $45 for the 10-inch squares. And then the light colorway at $11 a yard. $11 a yard. It's just kind of yummy. Makes me want to like sew a mermaid or something. S012. And then the richer colors. This one I love, whether you want it to be ocean or mountains or anything. S013. And you can't beat $11 a yard. Those plastic bags look like they've seen some better days.
Yeah, that one might hit the roof.
Okay, so we've got some auctions. Who's ready for some auctions? I know this is why you stayed tuned, because you love the auctions. Okay, this is one Angie brought in today. And it is, she brought me patriotic fabric, but we both agreed it can't go in a soldier quilt, but it's more like for the Olympics or for, I don't know. It reminds me of like people at the Olympics.
It looks like a parade.
A parade, yes.
The crowd at the
It looks like
parade.
people having fun. I mean, look at this lady with her little bikini on. It's very diverse and multicultural. We think there's like 2 yards there, or it could be 3 yards. It's quite a bit. We're just going to start this at $15. S601. So if you're new to watching and you've never participated in our crazy auctions, all you got to do, okay, Sue, all you have to do is you have to just say S601 and how much you're willing to pay for it. $15 is the
starting
bid. I'm just going to measure it because I think it's 3 yards. 1, 2,
It's over that.
3. It's a little bit over 3 yards. So S0, look at how cute it is. S601, and it's a Hoffman Fabrics, I believe. It's a good quality, quilt shop quality. Robert Kaufman. 3 yards of fabric. That's $5 a yard. S601. I got one. Okay. S601 is starting at $15. S601 is starting at $15. And there is 3 yards of fabric there. S601. This is some design, some decorator fabric. I'm not sure. It kind of looks like silk to me. Did you touch it?
I barely did, but I'm not sure because
It kind of has the look of silk. I think it would be fabulous in a jacket or this probably was the lining of it, I'm guessing. And then this is another bundle of, I believe it's silk. By the way, it's got those nubs. I am pretty sure it's silk. We'll see if Doris
because
starts.
I'm having trouble. So
Okay, so I'm going to say we're just going to start this at $15. S611. S611. The auction is starting at $15. So we have S611 for the I want to say it's silk, but I could be wrong. S611 is starting at $15. S611 is starting at $15. S601 for the patriotic fabric is also at $15. Oh, we don't have any bidders. Just Sharon. Sharon, you're gonna like walk away with such a good deal. Okay, let's see. We have a random box of, we have the wedding quilt book. We have the wedding quilt book by Jennifer Shiverani. We're going to do that auction at $2. 1311 at $2. 1311 at $2. We have DMC Collector's Edition. 36 solid colors DMC threads. The home decor embroidery floss. 36 skeins included, 8.7 yards per skein. That is quite a collection. Look at all those colors in there. That's like everybody's dream come true because everything you need is right in there. We're just going to start that one at $15. $15 sounds like a good price to start things at today. S601 is at $15. 601's at $15. 1311 is at $3. Nobody's bidding on the silks. That's kind of crazy. S531 is at $15. $15. No, I'm actually going to put this in my collection because I love it. I didn't see it before this. Okay, then we have an embroidery book, Pocket Guide to Embroidery. It's got all the little stitches. It is laminated. This one I think somebody pulled this out of the shop and somehow it got put in here. We normally sell it for $6.95. In the shop, you can buy it for $6.95 or you can get it on our auction. Okay, well, let's just do $5. We only have one of them here okay, we've got some lace. Let's do a giveaway. We've got a giveaway lace here.
These are all blank.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Wait, what happened to my...
They're all underneath.
Wait, I think we got blank. Oh, somebody, I love it when people clean up after me. They put the blank ones in. These are blank. Okay, there's
some names.
God. Oh, look at OMG, they put them in. It's my coffee. Look, it's my coffee cup holder. They put somebody decided this was for stick.
That's for the empties.
Oh my gosh. People do not know my system here, okay?
Victor, do you want that that lace?
No, there was a system.
There is a system.
Yes, there is a system.
But you only Doris can figure out what's in my head. Okay, Victor, you won the blue lace. Victor, you won the blue lace. Okay, we're closing up the auctions right now. 601 is the patriotic Olympics fabric, parade fabric. S601 is going to Sharon Weber for $15. That is the sale of the century. 611 for the silks. 611 for the silks is going to Best Collection because we have no bidders on it. Just wait till I make a vest or something out of that. You guys are going to be like, oh, wow, we should have. Okay. You guys are going to be like, oh, I should have bid on that. Yeah. It was beautiful. Okay. 1311 for the book.
1311.
1311. $3 to Victor. 1311 is $3 to Victor. And then we have 521 and 531. I think they're still bidding on 521 Sharon C. And 531, I'm going to give you another minute to bid on. 531, I'm going to give you another minute to bid on.
Sharon C for $5.
$5. If do you guys know what this is? They're little clippies, but what do you clip to it? They're like little clips, but
You run the rod through the top and you clip your fabric
for curtains or
for
something.
little kitchen. For this would be kitchen curtains.
Okay,
as
well,
small
if you
as
want
that.
these little rod hook things, just put in that you want them and you can have them because they're just cluttering up my world. Okay, one thing at a time. I'm cleaning up. Oh, look, here's the remote control to my diffuser upstairs. You just never know what you're going to find when people clean up after you. Okay, so this is a sample book, but I think it's an old sample book. But if you want it, because it has all these little samples of yarns and different things, if you want that, just say you want the sample book of yarns and we'll throw it in your basket.
Riri wants the clips.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Peggy Cato
Oh,
went first.
so does Susan. Wait, so does Peggy. Okay, wait, we're putting your names into a drawing.
There.
Okay.
Susan,
531. Okay, there's
Susan,
here.
Peggy.
I'm gonna give you these to write on. We have
Susan.
Peggy, Susan, Sharon, Riri, Tina Benedicto,
Sharon
Riri,
and Tina.
Tina. Okay, anybody else going in the drawing for the clips? Going once, going twice. Nobody wants the free yarns. I guess we can throw that book away. Okay, here's a cute little acorn kit. Acorn Alley. We have, it makes this cute little Sandy Gervais piece from Pieces of Your Heart. It is a table runner, I think. It's a wall quilt, it says. So it's a wall quilt, although it's under a vase, so it's hard to tell. But all the fabrics you need for it.
Sharon is the winner.
Sharon Weber is the winner. All the fabrics you need for the wall quilt and the pattern. The auction is S511. We're gonna start this one at $15.
Barb Stokes wants that.
Barb.
S511 is for the pattern for the acorn. It's kind of hard to see it in that picture, but it's an acorn and it's got the charm pack is worth the $15. So everything you need to make this quilt, that's the binding. The background of the acorn must be these lighter beiges. Cute little fall quilt with the pattern. Everything should be in there. S511 is $15. 511 is $15. 531 for the embroidery. 531 is Kathleen Rader for $18. 511 is $15 for a cute little Sandy Gervais. Sandy Gervais is her name. She's a fabric designer. Here's some black and white fabrics. If they feel more than fat quarters, they feel kind of like half yards, but nope, they're fat quarters, and they're good quality, but they do feel a little bit beefier. But let's see.
You gotta get a number.
S1211. Let's do $10. S1211 is $10. Gosh, we have no bidders for the acorn quilt. Acorn quilt S511 is $15. I'm gonna have to save it for a bingo prize. Okay, we've got.
You have 1 minute.
What? I have
You have
1 minute. Whoa, okay. Here is a bag of random upholstery scraps. There are some bigger pieces here. They're great for tote bags, but it's just a random bag of upholstery scraps. We got 2511. Okay, we're gonna make this 5110. S5110, and we're going to make it $2. S5110 is $2. S1211, we're at $11. 1211 for the 3 black and white fat quarters is at $13. I know.
Not 3, there's 5.
Oh, 5 of them. There's 5 and it's at $13. So that's like $2.50 for great black and white fabrics. 511, we have no bidders, so we're going to just take that away. S5110 is the upholstery scraps. 5110 is upholstery scraps. We're just going to seal that back up.
I'll take that for the garbage.
Okay, perfect. Okay, S5110 is at $0. 1211 is at well, get your final bids in, people. Get your final bids in. Okay, we do have a freebie for anybody who wants it. We have plenty of it. I think it's only going to relate to a few people, but if you want this 5K ribbon, I have a ton of it, so you're more than welcome to as much as you want. I mean, you could literally fussy cut it and use that part. I mean, you could use it for whatever you want, but I've got a ton of this ribbon. If you want it, just tell me how much you want, and otherwise I'm putting it in the trash can for real. Because a lot of them I use the backside, but this one comes through, so you can't even use the backside. So if you want the 5K,
what if you iron that one in half
for your binding, what would you get?
What would you get?
Oh, you would get a doll. You would get a head if you ironed it in half for binding. I still don't love it, but if you love it, you can have it. Okay, 2110 is at $2. 2110 is at $2. Okay, we're closing these up because it's time for us to end. Remember that we're ending at 5:30 on Wednesdays, just because we have a lot of stuff. I have to go rewatch this, and it's a long day for Devin. But we do have a new camera. It's a little bit freaky. It's an AI camera, and it follows you around, so Devin doesn't have to stand there and hold the tripod. But we haven't taken the time. I haven't taken the time to learn the sign language, because you have to literally do sign language, so it zooms in and zooms out. Like, you have to like tell it. It's like, I watched Devin with it, and like he's literally like throwing gang signs. So I think it might be a little bit distracting, but we're gonna try that on one of our lives. We will go live for another tour of the shop, probably not this Friday at 10, because we are doing, if you want to volunteer, we're doing for soldier quilts.
Soldier quilts, you can volunteer.
Yeah. So if you want to come in and help us out with quilts that we make and donate to soldiers and veterans and Gold Star families, we've donated several to Gold Star families. If you want to help us out, we're doing that this Friday from 10 to 2. Angie's bringing soup, so if you want to bring a side dish or a dessert, we would love that. Just let me know so I kind of know how many people are going to be here Friday from 10 to 2. And Sharon, I have plenty enough for everybody. Sharon, I have plenty enough for everybody.
Well, Victor said he'd take all.
Okay, well, I'm going to give it to everybody, and everybody's going to be happy, okay? You just never know what's going to end up in your basket, because I don't know, because I'm not the one that cuts it. Okay, so that is what we have for...
Who won this?
1211 goes to... Okay, well, I'm going to save these stamps for giveaways for the next time. When do we want to do a room tour again?
I don't know. I want to end it, though.
Okay.
Or you're going to have to end it on your own.
Okay, 1211. I went too long. 1211 went to Laura for $13. Laura for $13. Peggy for $2. Peggy, that was like one of the best deals today. Okay, we'll have more stuff to, I don't know. Stay tuned. I'll post it. All right, have a great night. We will see you guys soon. Go get some sewing done. All right, bye.